Oh, I ate some chicken soup. It was delicious. So, where did we leave off? We gotta finish this thing. So I'm going to try to finish drafting the pattern for the, oh, excuse me, for the blouse here. And, yeah, we still have, let's see, we've basically finished the back part. I sort of finagled this. Oops. Let's go back to this now. Let's do a close-up. All right. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna straighten out this divot here. Close enough. Woo! It was good chicken soup. It was very good. Yeah. Oh, Tomino sewing. Why you do this? In any case, this is the center back, this is the side back. We still have the, excuse me, we still have the collars to do. So, there's a couple things we need to do that. Now this part can be a little bit confusing if you're not used to pattern drafting at all. But I'm here to demystify whatever I can about how this works. Let's just make sure that this is straight here. It looks pretty straight. Yeah, it's a pretty good neckline. So what we need to do is we need to take the measurement of the back neck here. We need to take the measurement of our front neckline here. And there are, again, a couple ways of doing this. Let's see. Oh, yeah. We're going to take our trusty tailor's tape right here. It has metric and imperial on it. First thing I'm going to do is start measuring the front. And sometimes what I like to do is use my awl. If you don't have an awl in your sewing kit, well, you're missing out. There it is. Here it is. How is it? Sorry, my camera keeps shaking every time I move around. It's not exactly tied down or mounted down, but it does the job. So let's do this. We are gonna measure this neckline. So I'm gonna make it go to a point until it starts to deviate. And where the line meets, I'm going to put my point just on the edge and sort of swivel this over with the curvature of the neckline. So it's not moving, it's being pressed down by the point of my awl. And with this measurement, it looks like we're coming up with 11.4 for the front. So this is 11.4. So now we have our front measurement. We're going to do our back measurement real quick. So same thing, we're going to take our awl and swivel the tape over while keeping the point of the awl down on the very edge of it. Oh gosh, I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry. Looks like this comes up to 8.4. Oh, that chicken soup was very rich. Okay, so we have our front and back neckline measurements. Hooray.
This is the crown
Oh, you. I did not iron down my paper here. I might need to change that. Let's iron this down. Wake up, iron. I need you now. Get in there. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Now would be a good time. I did notice that there are some people who have to go to dinner and, you know, other reasons, good life reasons that they had to leave, so that's totally fine. That's why the archives are a thing, and I am recording this as well. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Much better. So we're not going to use this as our pattern. This is just going to be the base of the pattern. We're going to do the same thing, transfer it with the conch wheel. Before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and start drafting the neckline or the collar. And this particular pattern has a folded collar or a Peter Pan. This is a Peter Pan collar. And I think we should have enough room to draft our collar pieces right in this section because they are also going to be transferred the same way, since we have to transfer them to a separate piece of paper and then put on a seam allowance. So with our neckline measurements all done, let's see, I said 11.4 on this and 8.4. We're taking our metric ruler and I'm going to start making lines again here. I'm just giving myself enough of a buffer from the edge. It doesn't have to be too crazy. We're not going down. So like 2 centimeters away from the edge, I'm going to go ahead and just make a line. I'm going to pick a point that's going to be, let's see, enough room I think to draft the collar pattern. It tells me to make a straight line. How much room do I need? Well, let's see. It says right here on the top part, this is the part we're following. So if you look on the class materials and you see the diagram, this is the section that I'm looking at right now. So it looks like 3 plus 9 plus 7.5. So that means 12. So about 20 centimeters is about how much room I'm going to need here. 20 and a half, 21-ish. Make sure that it's pretty square. So I just have a squared box, a section right here. So we're measuring first from the center back. This is our center back line. I think. Yeah. Good, okay. So our center back neckline measurement was 8.4. 8.4 is right here. And then our front neckline measurement is 11.4. Which is right here.
Exclusive time. Let's check
Cool.
out our release calendar.
That is the basis of our
Maybe I should
band
swap out
collar.
the entire release calendar this week. I can do that. It's my birthday.
Now this is telling me to draft the pattern a little differently, probably because it has a band collar instead of drafting the collar directly onto the neckline, to be a flat Peter Pan collar. But what you usually do sometimes is if you wanted to do a flat collar, you would take these pieces and just kind of mesh them together and then draw your collar. I may have done that on stream before so you could see that. The archives only last 14 days until I make affiliate though, so I'm not sure how long ago that was or if they're still available. In any case, okay. Yeah. We're gonna make, let's see, it says 1.5. So this is where it curves up because the neckline is naturally curved, so we need to compensate and make sure that our band collar is also curved. Okay. It's telling me, so first of all, this is the shoulder. So that's going to be our notch for the shoulder. When we look at this diagram, it's telling me to divide this whole section into 3 parts. For sure. Just, let's measure it. Let's see how long it is. Looks like it's 19.7. I'm going to take my calculator and divide that by 3. Okay, we have 6.5, 6.6-ish. Sounds good. 6.5, 6.6. It's 6.56, so I could round up. Let's see what it looks like if I do. We'll do the pencil first. 6.5. Okay. 6.5 is here, and then that means we have a little bit more than that. So 6.6 is going to be here. 6.6. And it was 6.5. Okay, that's pretty good. That's not bad. Close enough. So this is our 3 sections that we are aiming for with our band collar. Well, hi there, Amaris, working on original practice historical sewing project. Well, welcome, and that's awesome. Are you in my Discord server? Because I would love to see some of your stuff. That'd be super cool. Let's see here. The band collar is 3 centimeters wide. Oops. 3 centimeters, well, tall rather. Alrighty. So, up until about here, it's pretty straight, and then it curves. So the band collar is going to be constantly as wide as it is in the center back. So we need a pencil, first of all, because I don't want to screw this up. see what it looks like when I just make a straight line like this. So probably, let's see, looks like it kind of fades out right after this section right here. So we're going to use our hip curve ruler. It's got a very significant curvature. Sort of disappears. Is it really 1.5? I mean, I guess so.
Just another night, no sleep. Staring at the wall again. Always know that I'm in deep. When I've started ignoring all my friends. I don't even know the problems. So how am I supposed to solve them? Still I'm drinking like it stops them. I feel too much with nothing at all. Lately,
Okay.
I feel a little crazy. I wish someone could save me now. I can't take these emotions.
Flatten this bit right here so that I can measure up 3 centimeters. Yeah, that looks about right. Alright. Band color. This has a little decorative curve to it, so sometimes what I do, it does say that the depth of the curve is like 0.5 centimeters. So 0.5 centimeters. What does that look like? That is 5 millimeters. If I went down, I'm going to make a little box that's about 5 millimeters. So I'm going to okay, so the 5 millimeter mark, because it's kind of like right here. Let's see what we can get. Yeah, all right, that looks good. Can you guys see this? So in order to get the 5 millimeter mark of depth right here, I just made 2 5 millimeter marks on the crossway and up and down on the end here, and just squared it with the space here, and so I have this little square. So now when I put the end of my hip curve ruler to meet the top and the side, it almost basically hits that mark right there. It's like the perfect curve. So that's the nice curved end of our band. And it also says that, let's see, going in 1 centimeter, like right around here. Yeah, like this. And how high up does it say? Just like basically in this area. This is basically where the button is going to go, right here. Whoa! Looks like we got a band collar. to make sure that where the button falls, this is where the edge of the folded collar is going to be. So from here we're going to draft our other piece of the collar. So using the center back side right here, from the 3 centimeter mark, I'm going to use the pen. It says to measure up 9 centimeters. So here's 9 centimeters. And then again, 7.5 centimeters, which is the width of the collar itself. So, it's not going to be right at this bit. This says to measure inward, I think. Does it say? Really? Alright, fine. Fine. We're gonna make this diagonal line. The point where the buttonhole falls on the band collar is right here. So that's the point that it's telling me to make a diagonal point to. Right there. Okay, now what? Now what, Otome no Sewing? Why can't I just draft this collar the traditional way? For real. Alright, it's also telling me that this has a depth of 3 centimeters, so we're going to measure in 3 centimeters and do our guideline. Somewhere in here is the depth of this curve. Okay.
And I still can't believe I'm about to read these
Okay,
names
it's
out
also
loud.
telling
I'm
me
proud to
go up
introduce one of my
4
favorite producers of all time, and the master
from
of
here.
pinatas
I
himself.
guess squared with the
Epic
bottom
and
line that we
Francis.
did here. I'm just gonna see if it's 4 from this point. Cool. Another 4 this way. Okay. I have no idea. I'm just following the numbers. Right there. Okie dokie. 4 and 4. I guess this is how tall. This is the edge of the curve of the collar. Okay, from here, again, it's telling me another 3 centimeters over. So let me just make sure that it's straight. I'm just going to make a line and then mark the point where it needs to be. So, right here. Okay, this is the curve. This is another extended 3 centimeter line. And it's telling me to make a triangle matching these points now. Cool, now what? Oh my god. Uh-huh. 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 Huh. They can't just do anything traditionally, can they? It's not squared. Because if it were squared, it would look like this, but it's not. It's more like going inward? 7. So it's supposed to be a 7.5 centimeter wide collar with a 3 centimeter depth. I guess this is supposed to be the center back on the fold. It's like a full collar. Okay, let's just see what happens when I do this. It's got more curve on this side, so I'm putting the curve going this way. We're gonna make sure that this has a straight back side edge. So I'm just gonna go across. And then let's see what it looks like. I have no idea why it's making me go in a little bit, and it doesn't say how far it's supposed to go. Maybe it's half? The halfway mark, maybe? Curiouser and curiouser. This is so non-traditional. I don't know how to feel about this. Might be too deep. Okay. So if I were to straighten this part out a little, and then measure 7, what is it? Okay, what was it, 7.5. So 7.5 is here. I'm just taking points now, and I'm making a kind of guideline. 7.5. 7.5. Okay. Go straight across. Let's find out. No, we decided it was this one. Weird. I mean, okay then. I guess. for some reason, it's in a little bit. I guess because the measurement needs to match. Okay. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. This is so confusing. Right. Sure. Okay. Alright, so what if we took the measurement of the front line, the front neckline, and measured inward on this curve here? Supposed to be 11.4. Right there. Okay, so according to this, it should be right there. And then from here, it should be 8 point something, 8.4. Okay. How long is that? Like 8 millimeters? 8 millimeters, sure, okay. That's if we took the shoulder and made sure we transferred the shoulder notch up to the top of the band. And then measured the same amount of length as the front neckline to the back neckline, and that's where it ends. That's where our center back is. Huh. Why though? Sure, okay. Well, if it doesn't work, I know what to do. That is so annoying. In any case, let's transfer this bitch. See, kind of goes like this. Did we use the other one? We may have used the other one. Huh. So then that's where our notches meet. Oh, this is straight.
told me that we usually do 1 to 2 exclusives per episode. Maybe even 3. But it's my birthday, so I'm doubling that number. Here's Gamera's new smash.
Okay.
This is the end with David
I think we have a
Spector on the
caller
vocals.
now. Jesus.
Try to see it in the moment. The best things always
Did that take forever or what? That was boring as shit.
If I could, I'd never let you go.
Band caller.
Feel the fallout being pulled down in my undertow.
This is a large.
Want something so bad that it
Actually,
doesn't want you.
I mean it is a large because we're using the measurements of the large neckline, so that works. OTS 8-68. And this is the caller. Just a caller. OTS 8-68. Large size. And because it's in the center back, we're cutting 2. Cut 2. This is cut 2. Cut 2 of fabric and cut 2 of interfacing. Remember the interfacing that I mentioned? An awesome woven interfacing called Shake Flex? Yep, I got a whole bolt of it, and that excites me. So hey, we did a thing. We drafted a blouse. Now we didn't do the sleeve yet, or the cuffs. Right here. See what time is it? It is 4 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock, you guys. It is time. But here, let's get a good shot of what we did today. So, and I labeled these, and I didn't mean to because these are not the actual pattern. We have to transfer these to separate pieces. But whatever. Center back. This is the side back. We're going to cut 2 of this. We're going to cut 1 on fold. This is a large size. This is a large size. This is OTS 8-68. OTS 8-68. So that's Otome no Sewing. Number 8, page 68 is where you will find the instructions for the blouse pattern. And in case you missed it, it is on Discord under class materials, so you can find a nice high definition scan of this page. And you can follow along with me tomorrow when I continue doing the pattern drafting for the sleeve here. And it does have a placket. It has a horrible placket. We went over plackets very briefly on stream. So we are going to be doing a legit professionally tailored placket on this sleeve, which I also shared the pattern for under class materials, so you should be able to find that there. You can use that as your base, and you can actually make those measurements whatever you want within the proportions that it needs to be for a placket. And yeah, I think that is where we're gonna end today. We kind of did a lot. Look at all this. Look at all this stuff we did. Yeah, that's cool. We did a center front, a side front, center front placket. We drafted the bitch that was to draft the collar. Who knows? And then we also did the center back and the side back pieces. So tomorrow we're going to continue drafting the sleeve pieces, the sleeve piece, the cuff, and then we can start cutting it out and picking out fabrics, putting it together. I love these books. They're a little bit convoluted sometimes, but I guess whatever. Just a little bit of moving around that ruler and it kind of helps. Alright, we'll see what this looks like when I cut it out. So until next time, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. It is that time that I must say goodbye, and hopefully you can catch this in the archive. I understand people had to go, so no worries. We will see you next time. Love you,